Yeah.
All right, here we go. We are live now. A couple of minutes late. I blame Keith. Yeah, we are live, and it's Models Mess, and it's 8 o'clock in the evening. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be doing some model making today. We did some this afternoon, and we had a really good time, actually. It was a right laugh. Mainly laughing at Keith's delay, but we enjoyed it. Steph won't be joining us today because he's been gardening and he's tired and he'd hurt himself, most likely, or he says he's broken. So I imagine that his leg is playing up. But to replace that, we've got a new chap. I say new. I say new. So we got Jamie right here. Let's go and say hello to Jamie straight away. So Jamie is one of our oldest, not oldest volunteers, but Jamie has been with us since 2017 as a volunteer in Wales, and only today has he managed to get onto the to the show. What are you building there, mate?
It's an Academy 148 Catalina.
Lovely. I thought it was the Airfix one. Is there an Airfix Catalina, a new one?
There's no doubt there is.
Yeah, there is. It's 172.
I think the older Airfix kits really don't do it for me at all.
Yeah.
I prefer more modern molds, etc. This is an Academy one. It started off as a black cat, which is the model it was supposed to be, but I decided to change it.
Right.
Different petals for it.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I'm just in the stage where I'm doing an oil wash on it and bringing out some incredible details, the rivet details, if you can see that.
Yeah, sure is.
Under there.
Cool.
So,
yes. Oh, blimey. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so when you look at the other side, there's not a lot. I've done sort of a pre-shading before I painted it, so you can just see on the here, you can just see around here the pre-shading there. And then we sort of start bringing out the detail here.
Yeah.
Let's try to do this without the glare. There we go.
Start
bringing out the detail here, which comes out quite nice. And it really shows, there's a million rivets on this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's ideal for an oil wash. So
absolutely.
Really nicely.
Yeah, and you've got your own bespoke ones, I see there.
Well, the oil washes. I just use little pots from work. And the NHS provides a lot of things for me.
Well, make sure it definitely has got burnt sienna in it, nothing else.
Really don't.
Pretty coffee.
No comments.
It
looks amazing.
White.
So much detail in there. It's really nice. I can see it just from the camera view. You've got it.
It's coming on. It's coming on. It's
really
taken a while to get to this point.
Yeah.
But I think my plan is to have it finished by the end of the week.
Right. Wow. Crikey. And you said you were going to send it to Australia at first.
Well, originally it was going to Australia. A mate of mine who was a nurse who then emigrated out to Australia about 3 years ago. He asked if I would build it for him. He was doing the hobby as well, and then he's recently given up the hobby. So he said, look, you can keep it. So I'm like, okay, fine. Yeah. It was always on my list to build for myself anyway, one of these.
Yeah.
So it's now going into my collection. So the plan now, I'm working tomorrow, and what day is it tomorrow? I've just come off nights. So I'm working tomorrow, Tuesday. And Thursday.
Yeah.
But today, Wednesday and Friday, I'm trying to get the oil wash finished and then give it a coat, a dull coat on it.
Okay.
A little bit of dry brushing.
Yep.
And then secure the wing to the top of the fuselage. And then I'll paint the mount. Not always, when I want to sort of display a plane in flying mode, I'll build a mount for it, my own sort of personal mounts that I build.
Yep.
And then I modify the interior of the plane so I can put a brass tube in. I made this so it could be taken apart and sent to Australia. But now, obviously, it's just used.
You're going to keep it.
The interior of a pen. That piece there fits very nicely onto onto a brass rod. Yeah.
Right.
So any pens I see lying around get taken apart. I have the insides off them that go into my spare box.
Pen thief.
So I'm hoping to have it finished by the end of this week, and then I can crack on with a PT boat that I've got ready for painting, a small one. I try and build one each month and paint one each month. Doesn't always happen, as we all know, but got to have a plan.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Really, really cool. Well,
Cool.
will you be able to join us on the Wednesday as well then? Wednesday evening?
I will try to join you on Wednesday. Yeah,
All
absolutely. Like I say, hang on. No, I'm working. Aren't I? I'm working to Wednesday. No, hang on. Shit. What day is it today?
Monday. Okay. Monday.
I really have no idea what day it is. Yes, I'm off on Wednesday. Yes, I will try and join everybody again on Wednesday, and we will sort of see what we're up to.
Wonderful. That's great. Well, we're also going to do a Sunday morning show as well. So if you're around for that.
I'm working Saturday and Sunday this week, so I won't be able to do that.
All right. Well, maybe in the next 3 years, we'll see you again.
I'll speak to the NHS and say to them, listen,
yes.
I've got other commitments here.
Some more important things to go on. Cheers, thanks for showing us that. It's great. Who's next? Mark. Mark was in next. Hello, mate. Marky Mark.
Evening.
Hello, buddy. You ready to show off your Tonka?
As well as can be expected.
You were working on some decals, I hear.
I am indeed. When I was on with the buddy build last night with Steph, I managed to decal up the Hindenburgs, the fuel tanks.
God, they're huge.
Yeah. So they're done, and as you saw when we just came on live,
yeah.
I've got
the nose art on as well. Yeah.
So, but it's going to be a pain because it's a one-piece decal for the shark mouth for the underneath.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't split them for if the gear's down. So there's a fine bit of jiggery pokery and cuttery to do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's going to be underneath, so you're right. No one's going to look that carefully. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I can guarantee there'll be people at our club that will do.
Yeah. Let me see how you managed to get around this problem, shall we?
Yeah.
Hide
the glasses, Mark.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, hide the reading glasses. Don't let them put a mirror under it.
Or a stick of plastic explosives underneath.
Yeah. I've also made this claymore. Look at this claymore.
Yeah. Don't look at that bit. Oh, it's a nightmare. Deckling can be so difficult.
I actually, as daft as it sounds, Malcolm, I actually like and enjoy deckling.
Wow. There you go. Each their own, I guess.
Probably the only one in history that does, but
what about all
I like it as well.
Is there many no step parts on this? Is there lots and lots of no step bits on all the wings and everything?
2. One there. And one there.
Right, crikey! Because I've seen some Russian jets that are just covered in them. You know,
the first kit I got models for heroes from our rep was the Academy 148 F4C.
Yeah.
Lovely kit. Really went together a treat.
Good.
Took my time with it. First aeroplane that I'd airbrushed. And then I saw the decal list.
Yeah.
Imagine a millionaire's kid with an unlimited money supply and his Christmas list. It was like that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
There was about 3 sheets of the buggers, and it was little the little symbols, the yellow hooks for the lifting points, lifting jacks.
Yep.
No steps, no push.
So did you ever go at them though?
I did them all.
Oh, right. Okay. Good for you. Well done.
Yeah, it's in a dark room for 2 days.
Yeah. Crikey. Well, that's the trouble with the modern jets, isn't it? There's no steps everywhere.
Yeah, that special jacket that fastens up at the back and a pair of underpants for the head and pencils for the nose, giving it wibble.
Yeah.
And the jacket will hugs you. So fucking jacket.
But no, I was that F4. I was pleased and proud of that. I was really impressed with that one.
That's well done. Cool. Brilliant, mate. Well, you keep going. Don't let us disturb you.
Ah, dear.
He's all
you can do what you want. Steph's not here.
Yeah, that's right. You be in peace now. Are you going to tackle that shark mouth tonight, or are you going to wait until you're alone and private?
No, I'll tackle it. I'll tackle it.
All right, give us a holler when you go there.
Yeah, you're not putting me on full screen for that one, you swine.
I'll put you in the doghouse so you can quietly do it.
Thanks, Malcolm. Love you lot.
Oh dear. So I've got Thomas in the chat. He says hello.
Hi, Thomas.
Let's go say hello to Gary, as Gary is enjoying his jelly, his pink jelly model kit right here.
Gary's not enjoying it.
No, Gary's not. It's not the same as the other kit, is it, mate?
No, nowhere near it. The Maya kit was far better than this one.
Yeah. What's the manufacturer of this one?
Little area.
Oh, okay, right. Well, they're hit and miss, aren't they?
Yeah, this one's a big, massive something else. Yeah.
So is it the fit? Is it the flash? Is it the pink? Is it what is it? What's the problem?
It's the fit. It's the colour. Nearly everything.
Yeah.
Just nearly everything with this kit is really bad.
Okay. Okay, but you're persevering and you are battling down.
Yeah, I have one more to go after this one. The Hobby Boss one.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping hopefully it's a wee bit better.
Yeah. So I know that it's pink and everything, and I know that they've cast it in pink, but why in the world would they want to make the actual plastic in pink?
I don't know.
No.
Can't work that one out myself.
No, it's not a great colour to be able to see detail and shadow. No.
There's very little detail on this. And I mean, very bad for detail.
What about the tyres? Is there tread on the tyres?
No.
I mean, those were those originals you've got there, like
yes.
pink strips.
That's what they look like. But however, I will pass it on.
You will, and you will conquer it, and you will never know that it was such a difficult kit. I'm sure.
You'll smash it, Gary. You'll smash it.
Yes.
Don't
smash it. No, hang on.
Listen, mate, if everyone's going to have a
I've just really finished a kit that has tested me to my limits.
Yeah.
Built a Ryefield Models M1 Assault Breacher.
Right. Okay. Oh, right. Ryefield. Right. Yes.
It's BC. Has anyone built that one?
Hang on. Let me switch screen. Oh, right. Okay.
No.
Oh, wow.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nope.
Amazing subject.
Yeah.
It's an M1 Abrams tank with the turret taken off, and it's a minefield breacher. Fantastic subject.
Yeah.
I will never build a Ryefield Models kit ever again.
Oh, right. That's interesting.
Issues. The plastic is cheap. And the smaller parts, you stick some glue on it, and the plastic literally just melts.
Gosh. Well, there you go.
If you've got a part that any other model manufacturer in the world would make it in 2 parts, they'll make it in 8 parts. I'm talking about tiny, small. I mean, you all know how intricate, like a mine plow system is going to be on the front of a vehicle, 30 feet scale. There's going to be loads of stuff on there.
Yeah.
And it's taken me probably 12 to 18 hours to get half of it done. Just the mine plow. It's ridiculous.
Well, is it? It sounds like a minefield.
Oh, yeah, very much. I'm glad that I'm pretty much past the building stage of it now.
You didn't see the funny side at all.
I'm not even going to dignify that remark with my answer.
Are the diagrams exploded in the instructions?
It's just a really, like I say, it's a fantastic subject.
Yeah.
But the actual kit itself is just really difficult.
Well,
really difficult. So I won't be building theirs again.
Well, if I know anyone who can do it, you can do it, Jimmy.
Again?
If anyone can do it, you can do it.
Thank you for your confidence.
So, Gary, Thomas has popped some great advice for you in.
I say not there, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it?
It is.
Might be a bit late. Do you think you get a wash to sit on the plastic without with that drying and not? Will it dry on there? I don't know. 'Cause it's not primed, but it's certainly worth it. I mean, if you can't see the details and things, might be an idea.
Yeah.
Give it a go. See what happens. Don't use a pink wash. Okay.
No.
Right, who's next? Right, Keith is next. Let's see. How is our Keith, mate? We're going to try and talk to you, Keith. Let's see how we go.
All these chats about the delay on time is terrible, really. I mean, it's only 1:30 here.
You're a much younger man. Hey, I see you got your baldrick going on.
I have baldrick in my hand. The decals for the tank, I have just reapplied some more decal solution to just soften them down and push them in a bit deeper. So the tank is over one side drying, and I thought I'll do a bit of baldrick. So he's starting to change colour and come on.
Yeah, great.
And
can you show him right up to the camera? How close can you go?
I came quite close to the camera, but I just try and.
Go on,
if I get him against that bit of wall, he might not flare out so badly.
Oh, yeah.
So, like I say,
yeah.
Behind him.
No, you can see it. Yeah, you can definitely tell it's Tony Robbins.
It's definitely Tony. You can see that.
Cool.
I've got a set of 2 pairs of glasses to fit for him. They're obviously expecting us to have problems with the glasses.
Yeah, I imagine that's going to be a trick. So, does he? You're going to weather him up?
I'm going to weather him up and weather him down. The tank will have some weathering on it a bit later, but I just want to get the decals all nice, dry, and hard.
Yes. Yeah. Well, he was never a clean.
And if I have any problem, I have another kit which you may remember I started at the sessions.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah, I remember.
Well, it has been progressing.
Good to you.
So, if I get a chance, I may stick some more bits on there.
All right. Gosh, you always got something like 2 or 3 things going on at once. It's great, Keith.
It's I find it useful because you can put it down and pick something else up.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
One
that's
or
really
two
good.
bits go into the cupboard of shame, and then you don't see them again.
Yeah, put them out on the Romsey stand.
Well, if they're really bad, I do.
If they let you. Cheers, Keith. And we've got
that's it. You know, if I've got a really bad one, I'll always put it on the Romsey stand just to put the standard down a bit.
Yeah, bring them down a bit more. And Al, how you getting on, mate?
I'm going on very well, thank you. I've started doing the interior of my F4 cockpit area. See the black line on the outside there?
Yep.
And the interior.
Is that 48?
There's the office. It is.
Cool.
Big old beast.
Yeah.
Building an RAF version, but there you go. There's the navigators in place now.
Oh yeah,
I've got the and there's the pilot who's just going in any minute now. He may have to come Douglas Bader though, because his legs are a bit tight to fit in there.
They always
but here's
are.
something interesting. You mentioned the Airfix Catalina, the other Catalina kit by Airfix. There you go.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one I thought maybe he was working on, but that's a 1/72nd scale one, isn't it?
It is, but it's a big old wingspan though.
Definitely.
That old mold, but
this one. This academy kit that I'm on is 1/72nd scale, but it's just like I think the Airfix
Reeboks.
is an older mold, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
If you look at if you look at the surface detail, it's all raised panel lines and rivets.
Yeah.
Definitely classic 80s or 70s Airfix. But no,
We're
so that'll be what.
Not something I would want to do. Cool. What else you been working on? What else you been working on there, mate?
I'll show you. I've been tidying up my display area a bit. I can show you some of my portfolio stuff. So that's my son's builds there. And this is my display area. I've been rearranging it slightly.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Crikey.
That's about a tenth of my collection.
Yeah?
I've built about 800 so far.
Good Lord. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I only put the top 20 on display for a month, then swap them around for another 20.
Yeah, yeah. It's awesome.
The cave clear. But
That's gonna be. How do you dust them, mate? What do you do to dust them?
I'll show you. I say I've got one of these brushes, a very, very soft watercolor sable brush.
Yeah.
There.
Yep.
I just literally brush on top there because it's not sharp enough to take the parts off.
Yeah.
And it's not won't scratch the decals off either. So it's perfect.
Right.
Really nice, broad, flat, sable brush. That's how I dust them. Or blast them with airbrush. Hold them, blast them with airbrush. Dry air as well.
That's what I do, yes. So occasionally I have to go up to the Greenham Common Tower and clean the aircraft that are in there in display. And even though they're in a glass case, they get dusty. So every 4 or 5 months I have to go up there, take the airbrush and just give them a quick blast. But the ones at home,
I don't blown off the table.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't make the mistake I did. Blast them without holding them, fly off the table.
That's right. You don't want any unscheduled flights.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
right. Cheers out.
Quite, not granted. Thank you. No problem.
Awesome. I have got Dave in the doghouse currently. So what I'm going to do is I am going to drop Mark out a sec.
Okie doke.
All right. And then I'm going to bring Dave in a sec. All right, buddy?
All right, mate.
There he is.
Hi there.
Dave, how are you, bud?
Not bad, you?
Yeah, good. How was your weekend?
Not bad, thank you.
Good.
Not
And you have a busy desk.
bad. Yeah, it needs a tidy up. It really does.
Oh, that happens, doesn't it? When you're working on photo etch and all sorts. Is that what you're doing right now?
I'm just, I've got to basically connect this to the fuselage. And I'm putting, I haven't got the nerve to do that right now. So I'm working on the undercarriage a little bit. Okay. And I'm kind of glad I did because I put some of the wheels together. And the front wheels, one half of one of the front wheels is missing from the kit. So I've had to order a new one.
Oh, we go. Wow.
Yeah, again, yeah.
More things to write about.
Yes. Oh, yes. Got to be a part work at this rate.
So so I guess that you can keep the nose part off the main part for as long as possible. You won't have to have so much space on your desk at once. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just thought it was just, and again, I thought it'd be nice, straightforward assembly, but it needed a lot of cleanup. This front gear leg, and there's still stuff that needs doing.
Yeah.
To it.
It looks pretty complicated. 100%. Does it have photo etch on it as well?
No. The photo etch I've got is for the cockpit and and that's it pretty much. There is an exterior set, but in all honesty, I think I don't want to make too much work for myself.
Oh dear. Well, maybe you're going to take a break and do some figure painting, perhaps.
Yeah, well, see how it goes. I mean, it's quite. We'll do the weekend, take it from there, really.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Well, it's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
I'm just going to run through the chat. It just looks like all Thomas and a little bit of Clive. So Thomas, after his advice he's given with the wash, he said, when we're talking about Baldrick, he said, I said Baldrick, right? I thought he said something else. Misses. Nope, I definitely said Baldrick. Oh, and there's a comment about Keith being on the space station, but unfortunately it's gone off my screen now. So you're welcome to have a look at that later on. I think it was a little video. Just says Keith is on the space station. I think there must be a video that goes along with that, but it doesn't pop up on my screen, unfortunately. And Thomas has given us a update on his Thunderchild. He says, not happy with the pigeon loft, the skylights. I'm going to cut out the flaps and open them up, and that's a job for tomorrow. He's found some clothing rivets that might be the right size for the porthole detailing, making a chimney for the boiler, aka neighbour's downpipe. Super detailing something that does not exist is hard work. Keith's pictures helped massively. Bit of a confidence boost, getting some solder from Screwfix for pipe detailing. There you go. Well done,
Lovely.
Keith. Well done. Yeah, I think
That's all right, Lee.
I think Thomas has put some pictures up of the Thunderchild up this afternoon. Yeah, he did a few hours ago. Have a look on the mess.
You did, yeah.
Yeah,
Look at them; they're very good.
Yep. Have a peek. It's going to be amazing, as everyone's work is. Yeah, I can get lost for hours looking at that stuff. And Clive says, "You look like you're in a DJ booth." Yes. Well, that's what happens when you have a microphone on a stand. It just ends up looking like you're on a DJ. But I assure you, I'm not. Just haven't got the spinning wheels of steel, you know. And all this is the camera. So this bit's the camera that's looking down, and then this bit is the microphone. That's all. So what should we do? Let's have a look at what I'm doing, shall we? Since you all asked.
Yeah, how's that 209 coming
on? Thank you. Let's have a look, shall we? So, what will we be doing?
Yeah.
So we lost
10 seconds to comply.
These two discs have been made, and then I was busy cutting out these rings, which I have cut out 6 and stuck 2 on. Now, very fiddly, because obviously this is quite flimsy. Even though I've put foam card in it, I'm not 100% sure it's strong enough. But then these little delicate rings of paper then have to be slipped over the end of these and then glued in place to mimic the way this has been done. Like that, see? So those are going to look like that, and that's going to look like that. And then I've got another. They're not too bad, but they are quite flimsy and delicate, and I'm not particularly great at doing that sort of model making. So that's what I'm going to do.
You use Pringles lids, Michael, for that?
Pringles lids?
Yeah. They're about circular, aren't they? That's shallow.
Yeah, they're not the right. I don't think they're the right size though. They're not the right size. But yeah, I know what you mean. That's flat and round.
Yeah.
I will be gluing those on, and
yeah,
then
quite shallow.
These ones here, and then I will stick these on here, and then I will probably use a bamboo skewer or something very, very sharp and strong right the way through. Maybe 2 or 3 of them actually to hold that, because that's the main pelvis part, which is going to have all the weight of the legs, the weight of the top part on the legs. So yes, we'll see. So it's more of an engineering construction project than it is just trying to fold tiny bits of paper together. So, I didn't put myself at full screen. Never mind. And Thomas wants to know, what's the snack of choice? I don't have a snack of choice. I don't, but I do have. I got for Father's Day. Let me just clear this out of the way. I got this for Father's Day. The Ladybird Book of Bad Dad Jokes.
Oh, excellent.
And they're great. So inside is a load of cards. So I'll have a look. And loads of really nice, typical Ladybird artworks, which is grand. And on the back, some very funny jokes. See that? So I might occasionally, as we go forward in the show, pick one and subject you to
these jokes that I've been given. Some of them are good. So let's choose one to start with, right? Hang on, not that one. That's not funny. Find a funny one. Might be a while. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I found one.
You've
I'm just
never
gonna.
heard that before.
No, that's Gary. I'm just going to swap you out.
If you want
for
an
Mark.
innuendo, I'll give you one.
No problem.
Okay. Right, Mark. It's a joke for you.
Oh, hello. I like the sound of this.
What happened when the butcher backed into his meat grinder?
I do not know, Malcolm. What happened to the butcher when he backed up onto his meat grinder?
He got a little behind in his work.
Oh. He's here all night, ladies and gents. No extra charge.
Unfortunately, I'm here all night. Yeah. No, my kids bought that for me. They saw that in Tesco's, I think, and they said, "Oh, Daddy would like that." And I don't know if they mean Daddy needs that or Daddy needs to.
Anyway.
Yeah, Daddy needs better material. So there we go. Some of them are quite funny. Some of them I've heard hundreds of times before. So I'm going to try and concentrate on these.
You want it? Some must be what an innuendo was.
Yeah. So I don't have a snack of choice, Thomas. I'm afraid I do have a cup of chai, cup of tea, which is working on, and that's all.
Salt and vinegar or barbecue Pringles. That's mine.
Oh, really? Ooh. Don't get mixed up.
Salt and vinegar ones to smell in your mouth.
Usually I've got some sort of snack, but nope, not tonight. I did have a bit of lemon cake earlier on.
I've run out of milk. So homemade?
Lemon drizzle, Malcolm.
It was. Yes, it was.
Very nice.
It was indeed.
My missus is allergic to lemon, so what the hell she's doing with me, I ain't got a clue.
Well, dear.
When life gives you lemons.
Yeah, you marry him. No, a lemon drizzle cake is one of her signature cakes. Yeah, she's been well known for her lemon drizzle cake.
Hello, Caroline.
No, she's upstairs. I've got the headphones
How
on
big's
as well.
the bank card then? How'd you put? It was a big bank card then. How do you fit a lemon cake on the bank card when you signed it?
Well known for her lemon drizzle cake.
I'm here all day.
And yeah, Thomas says jokes are my job. Sorry, buddy. There's a new joke cowboy in town, and he's got a holster full of dad jokes. Yeah.
Must be an artist. Draw.
I've got one for you.
All right, settle down.
Why don't ants get sick?
Go on then.
And because they are
they have little antibodies.
Antibodies.
Oh, antibodies. Oh, blimey, that's good. Yeah, it's a good one.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
What's
I like
the biggest breed of ant?
Don't know.
What's the biggest breed of ant?
I don't know.
Elephant.
A giant.
A giant.
Oh, giant.
How do you tell the sex of an ant? Throw it in a bowl of water. If it sinks, girl ant. If it floats,
boy ant. Oh.
Boy ant.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah. It's good. I like that one. Boy ant. Thomas says use a spacer. So I will, yeah. I'm just going to use my eyes to space them out.
Oh, hang on. Let's go offline a minute. Back in a minute, guys.
All right. I will drop Ali out. Bring Gary back in. Welcome back, Gary.
Hello.
Hello. You can still hear, can't you, when you're in the doghouse?
You can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Just can't interact. I can see your screen. I can see your. So if you desperately needed to come back in an emergency or something, if you wave frantically, I might clock it.
See, I've
I
had a
think
breakthrough.
you can hear the people in there as well, Malcolm.
No, I don't think I can. No. Well, it says you can't. When you go in there, it says something about the audio. But
No, when you're in there, it normally tells you that the host can hear you.
you sure? Well, there's only way to find out. Can you hear me, Keith? I can't hear him. Can you wave? Wave, Keith, if you can hear me. Okay, well, we can't hear you, my bud. Shout so we can hear you. No, sorry, buddy. I'll bring him back. There he is. No, we couldn't hear you, bud.
Okay.
Good news is, look, he has landed. Bad news, there is none. That's all right now.
No, I think yeah, I can't hear you if you're in the back. Or the doghouse, as we're calling it. Which is a shame, because it'd be good to say, we're going to bring you on in a minute or something. All right, that's one. That's one done. Little burger thing. I'm hoping these are going to dry nice and clear. Thomas says, man goes to the doctor with a sore bum. The doctor has a look, and there is a ketchup leaf there. The man says, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Oh, gosh.
Lettuce leaves should have been.
What does he say? Yeah, there's a lettuce leaf. He says that, yeah. Just one lettuce leaf. Oh, well, it should be a bunch of lettuce leaves, you mean?
Mm.
What is going on with this lamp?
Oh, what's up? Got lamp issues?
Turning itself off.
Oh, is it overheating?
I think it might be, actually.
Is it the one that looks like a reheat?
No, no. This is you'd expect the traditional bulb to overheat. This one gives off very little heat whatsoever.
Yeah.
So
Connection?
yeah, I'll have to have a look at it.
Thomas says that salt and vinegar crisps are good for treating sore throats. So there you go. That's one for Mark. My ENT surgeon put me onto that. Salt and vinegar crisps are good for treating sore throats. Probably because of the salt in them, I imagine. But I never heard a doctor describe it. Salt and vinegar crisps. Oh, yeah, that's not a joke. Nope, that's a fact. Factoids. So who is going to be able to visit us on the Sunday morning then for our Sunday morning show?
Yeah, I'll try.
First thing in the morning, mate.
I said I'll try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and be there as well. Yeah, I'll give it a go. Obviously, if it's a model show, I'm up well early, so it's not a problem. So I don't mind. I don't mind. That's what won in the polls. So that's when I'll do it. And if there's not many people turning up, then I'll switch to a Saturday afternoon.
Hooray!
I would prefer that myself, being selfish and everything. Because, Saturday afternoons are cool. But I know a lot of people will do shopping and things like that. So, yeah, the idea is a Sunday morning, 9 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. Bring your breakfast, because I'll probably be eating my breakfast at that time of the morning. And, do some first thing modelling. And then after our show at 9 o'clock, we'll finish at 11. And then James Skiffins and his model officer show starts. So that's quite fun. And then there's an entire day after that of people you can watch online if you felt like doing a modelling day. And I don't know what we're going to do when we do start going back. We'll probably have to cut the Sunday ones out again, but we'll see. I'm also going to put the links to the Sunday shows and all the other live shows onto our YouTube channel as an unlisted video to watch. So you can only watch it if you have the link. And the way you get the link is you go and sign into our new forum, which is on our website. So go to modelsforheroes.org.uk and register with the website, which the link is right down the bottom, hidden away. So if you go down to the bottom of the website, in the footer, there's a register, and then you'll be able to get access to the forum, and you'll see the live show links in there. And doing it that way means that we can keep it private. We all know where the links are. No one else does. You need to, when you do log in, just make sure you use your real name or the name that you use on here, so I know who you are, or just send me a PM or something. Okay. Or just carry on watching on Facebook. The idea of the new forum is for people who are not particularly enjoying Facebook. There's a number of people who are either have refused to even engage with Facebook or have gone off it in the last few months. You been out on your bike today?
Yeah, went out a lovely day.
Yeah?
Yeah, beautiful.
Good.
Yeah, very nice.
Good.
Oh, just feeding the carpet monster. Where the hell's that gone?
Oh dear. This is a choir. What type of choir do you do? Is that I assume being a Sunday morning, it's church choir. Keith, I'm just going to swap you out for Al, okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Welcome back, Al.
Hello. Sorry about that. I had to help my wife unload the shopping. So.
It's all right, bud. We've got
had to be
our shopping is coming tomorrow. We're very happy with that.
Got my guys. Yeah. Well, I've got my guys in the office now. Look, I had to do some surgery on the legs, but I got them in.
Yeah. Why don't they ever fit, eh?
Piece of those. Well, the back one, the navigator fitted nicely, but the pilot was a bit overweight, I think, because he's under thighs. But hey, they're in now. So that's amazing.
Once they've been painted as well.
You only see about that of them anyway.
Yeah, no one's gonna look.
That's it. Yeah, I do spray paint them, admittedly. I do spray my pilots, but small details you have to use a paintbrush.
Well, listen, Al, at least you've got pilots. I've had kits where they expect you to put the wheels up, and then they don't include pilots.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, that's something we could investigate, Malcolm. I've got a one-seat plane in my stash, which comes with 2 pilots for some reason. So
Oh,
if anybody's short of a pilot at certain scales, we should always have a pilot swap.
is it meant to be?
Yeah, a pilot swap club.
Is it meant to come with 2, or just accidentally
I
came
don't
with
know.
2? Because they might be like slightly different,
I
wearing
don't know. I
different.
think it's one of these. Yeah. I think what happens is they use the same molding for the 2-seat version as well as the 1-seat version.
Right.
So they
right.
just double up
Yeah.
everything to cover both bases possibly.
Yeah, maybe.
So it's a Thunder Chief, F-105 Thunder Chief, 1-seater.
Yeah.
So there's a 2-seater version. So they probably just use the same molding to make the 2-seater
Yeah.
1-seater. So if anybody's one's a 148 scale pilot from the Vietnam era, give
There
me
you
a buzz.
go. You had
Got
it
one
first.
spare. It's a bit strange, I know. Yep. Good. Something I always remember as a kid, Airfix kits never had a pilot, but Matchbox kids did.
Did they?
Revel never did. Revel never had them, but Airfix do.
Weird.
Just the fact that I always remember when I rebuilt
Well, when I was a
the
kid, they did, yeah.
Matchbox long range
Airfix
desert
kits
diorama.
never seem to have a pilot. No, sorry, Revel kits never seem to have pilots. Yeah.
When I built the Matchbox long range desert kit when I was a kid, I remember being impressed because it came with figures. Because the Matchbox, the Airfix ones at the time didn't.
Yeah. No. And also, if you get to Revel armor kit, if you get the 176 scale, they are basically old Matchbox molds, whereas the 172 scale ones are new molds. So if you like the old Matchbox kits, get that scale. That's the simple rule of thumb. You get little diorama base and everything with them, don't you?
Yeah, they're excellent. Even just the standard, like the standard, like Jag Panzer had a base with it as well, didn't it?
Where's
Yeah,
me bloody
and the Challenger
bruises?
2, Challenger 1, sorry. It's true, I like the liquid diorama bases. It just has a bit of interest in them. Right. That looks good. There you go. You won't see what their legs now.
Thomas says he's going to try and set up a booster for his workshop, so he might be able to do some streaming from there, which would be good. That sounds quite complicated. Is that booster in the house garden? A Rebro, what's a Rebro link? Rebro link. Another booster in the shed entrance.
It's basically a thing which, yeah. That's from the Wi-Fi, isn't it? If you're well away from your router, it just floats down.
He doesn't allow, as a rule, to allow it in his workshop. Well, there might be a reason for that, and that is probably getting work done. You don't get much work done if you got the internet in there.
Yeah.
That'll be it. That'll be it.
No. It's like my son's doing homework today. I can't hear me YouTube.
But what you could do, Thomas, is just record a regular video.
My son's meant to be doing his homework today, and I don't think watching YouTube videos is homework.
What you could do, Thomas, is just record a YouTube, just a regular video of your workshop, do a little tour, and then post that. That'd be cool. I'll watch it.
That could be a new thing, Malcolm. Cave tours.
Yeah, cribs. M4H cribs.
Yeah. That's it. Number of bathrooms, nil. Kitchens, nil. Bedrooms. If you're naughty, you sleep in here, yes, 1.
What?
That'd be quite cool.
Sure,
IPMS cribs.
Some people's workbenches are amazing.
Yeah, mine doesn't fall into that category.
No, neither does mine.
I'm glad I'm not the only bugger then.
It's usually interesting to see, though, how people organise their surroundings, you know.
It's called a floor.
We moved here in October last year, and I only had a small man cave in the last house.
Yeah.
I've got like a double room, basically. So all the display cabinets down one wall, and then I decided, right, well, I need a new desk because I had sort of specific one. But I made one for the last house, didn't work for this one, so I completely designed this whole system I've got here: TV, DVD, with my spray booth and everything, all my bits and bobs around me. Took me a couple of weeks to build it, but yeah, it works really well.
Oh well, there you go. Is that are you in a new place then? Since I last went to see you.
Yeah, came to my place when I was in Philly.
Yeah.
We moved from there in October last year to a place called Avadrinus, which is near Pontypool. I'll spell it HAFODYRYNYS.
Bless you.
I honestly believe that the Welsh language was made up just to mess
It's different every time you spell it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we moved up.
No, to get good words at Scrabble, that's what it's for. Get good words.
Yeah, it's all right though. It's a lot bigger man cave, more display cabinets, etc. So
the video that you did, the video you did for Help for Heroes, is that in your old place?
That's in the old place, yeah.
Right. Okay. Because you had a lot of stuff around you there as well, didn't you? In that one.
I do. So I'll give you a quick tour. In a sec.
I can make you full screen too. Hang on, let me remember which button it is. There you go. Floor's all yours.
So display cabinets all the way there, all the way around. That's my stash.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Yeah, that's half, and then the other place there for all the DVDs and random stuff.
Yeah.
More cabinet space there. Rather large. 2 different scales: 35th scale, 72nd scale PT boats.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the Revel one, I assume.
That's my workspace there. Just a bit there. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's taken a while.
It's really good. And look at the tiny little work area you have.
Well, I was more interested about getting the display cabinets. All of these, it's ages.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, it's all good. Right, I've just realised my batteries need charging. Hopefully that's working now. Yeah, no, it's not. Right, so I might have to sign off now, actually, because I thought my battery was charging, but it's not.
Ah, righto. All right, mate. No worries. Thank you very much for joining us, Jamie. It's been nice to have you there, buddy.
No problem at all, Jen. No problem at all. Have a nice evening. I need to go pretty soon anyway, because I've got to go and get my stuff ready for work in the morning.
Okay, buddy. All right, well, we'll see you again soon, yeah?
Yeah, I'll be more organised for Wednesday. I'll try and get on with you on Wednesday.
Okay. Well, you've had 3 years of planning. So.
Yeah, when I say Wednesday, I don't mean this Wednesday.
2023. Yeah.
It's the 38th of November in 2098.
Cheers, mate. Take care.
It's 1st of February.
Bye.
Good night.
And now we can put Keith back, Al back, and there we go. Everyone's all back. Sorry about that.
Full house.
Right. Here we go.
Yeah, so we only have
all goes quiet.
On the earlier comment about dusting models, I've always tended to use a camera lens brush.
Oh, okay. You got it there?
I found it.
Yeah,
It's a lovely soft brush,
Yeah.
and they've got a little air puff on them.
Yep.
A little squeezy bulb on it.
Yep. I know what you mean.
So you could say it lends itself very nicely to.
Oh!
Well, no, that developed.
Mr. Oliver, that was out of the top drawer, that one was.
I'm expecting the money for feeding you these lines.
Do you guys get together and say, you know what we could do? There's a few jokes here. I'll set them up. You knock them down. That was Olympic.
You write a book and sell it to Tesco.
Yeah. It wasn't written by Dave Oliver, was it, that book?
Hang on, let's have a look. Like
That's a
Keith
pseudonym.
Avon.
It's a stage name.
Yeah.
Well, that's it all deckled.
Oh, well done. Did you do the shark mouth?
Bloody hell.
Did you do the shark
Couldn't
mouth?
shark, Mark.
Couldn't quite get it to match on the nose wheel.
Oh, it looks good to me.
Just couldn't quite get it to match. But
Yeah,
yeah,
looks nice work.
Yeah.
Well done, buddy. You happy?
Excellent.
You happy with it, Mark?
with what I've done, yeah, to rescue it.
Yeah.
Because this, pardon my French, this bloody kit's fought me all the way. It's seam line after seam line with a bit of a gap and a heck of a lot of seam lines.
Yeah, yeah. It's didn't want a bit built, did it?
It was a tricky one.
Was it not a Revel kit that didn't fit together?
How did you guess?
Oh, just a stab in the dark, mate.
Yeah, funny that.
Yeah,
Stab in the dark.
This thing nearly had a couple of stabs in the dark.
yeah.
Oh boy.
It was Mark in the loft with a crowbar.
Well done. Looks really good.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to you seeing put some nice pictures up on the forum for us on the mess.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Well, I've got
Unpinning
to-
canopy and everything. Yeah.
I'm going to try, for the minute, just give one wing a bit of a flory wash type thing.
Yes. Yes,
And
yes,
if that goes well, then I'll be doing hopefully the rest of it, or a bit more of the weathering for the next few nights on M4H mess and for Buddy Build.
Oh right, yeah. Are you on Flory's forums? Do you subscribe to the
Yes.
forum? Cool. You can put them up on there as well.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah.
But I like these ones because
Bit of Matt Coates.
we introduce ourselves, let us find out how we're doing, and then bang, we're straight into it. The thing is that I'm not a fan of with Flory is the way they have 10, 15 minute spiel first before they crack on with anything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not
more of a
really fair to say it's not liked, but it sort of like puts me off watching the so I don't watch them live. It's sort of like watch them on catch up kind of thing on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I guess you can skip, can't you?
Well, you can't really skip if they're on live though, but as you say, yeah, you can if you're catching up.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Well, you know, you're paying for it, so you should say, "Oi, Phil."
Well, of course.
Shut up.
Shut up. Build some models for us.
But if anybody uses it, I can thoroughly recommend the Dark Dirt wash.
Oh yeah. No, I agree.
Definitely.
Really good.
It's
Really good. They're
not even panel lining, pin embossing.
yeah, it's almost like cheating, isn't it? I think
Making life easier for yourself.
Flory stuff, it made a big difference.
Flory.
Cool. Here we go. That's that done. Thomas says
Don't
that
gloss coat it before you do your panel lines, Mark.
Sorry?
he imagined. Oh, go on.
It already has been glossed out.
If you're doing your panel lines, mate. Oh, that's all right then. Good. I was a bit worried they're going to do it without gloss coating it.
It's already had gloss coating, otherwise I wouldn't have put the decals on if it hadn't.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Sorry. Me bad. Sorry. I shut up.
Thomas
I saw
says
it
he
earlier than I thought.
puts, Dave in a cupboard under the stairs like Harry Potter. I imagine that's because he can't see. Like you've already got like quite a tight shot there, haven't you, Dave? So I imagine that he sees it. So I imagine he sees that. That's it. That's all the space you literally have. What we can see.
Not far off, actually.
and you're stuck under the stairs, and occasionally a big bad uncle comes and tells you off, or whatever happens in the films or the books.
You mean you've got kids, Malcolm, and you've never seen a Harry Potter film?
Harry.
No, I've not seen it. No, I think they're just too young at the moment.
No, I mean you've never seen one, not the kids.
I think the first one's okay for kids.
No, I'm not 12.
It needs to be the good films.
No, it just hasn't. It's not really what I'm interested in, I guess. But yeah, I tried to watch the first one with my daughter a while back, and she wasn't getting it. So we'll try again another day.
Yeah. Well, there's about 7 films. We've got plenty of time to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Allocate yourself a long time to watch.
Plenty of time.
What do they call it? Septology, I think.
Yeah, is it? Crikey.
One big,
murder mysteries.
septology.
That's the thing at the moment for me and my daughter is watching murder mystery films. She's just got the bug for those sort of things. So,
isn't that a bit grown up for her?
Well, not really. I mean, we watched what was it? The Poirot one. Oh gosh, is it Orient Express? Murder on the Orient Express?
Peter Ustinov film, the original Peter.
No. This is the newer one, the Kenneth Branagh one. She really enjoyed that. She was great fun. So she kind of likes the characters and their backgrounds and that sort of thing. And we also watched Evil Under the Sun the other day, which was the Peter Ustinov one, and that's made in 1982. And it's she really enjoyed it. She finds him quite funny, the actual character. Because he's got his own little quirks and things. But no, we paused it a couple of times and said, "Oh, I think it's her. I think it's him who did the murder." And no, it's good fun.
Yeah.
And she's reading an Agatha Christie at the moment.
Well, I was.
So
that's good.
Yeah,
really good.
She's got into a series by Robin Stevens, which is murder mystery film books for younger kids, which cite a lot of Agatha Christie books. So she already knew a lot of the sort of the tropes of Agatha Christie books before she started it. So that was quite good.
Fair play. That's good. That is.
Yeah. Looking forward to finding maybe getting a Columbo collection DVD and binge watching a ton of Columbo, because I used to really enjoy myself.
Oh, Peter Falk was amazing.
Yeah.
I tried watching a few Poirots with my son the other day, but he's convinced that Poirot is the murderer because everywhere he goes there's a murder. He says.
Yeah, that's all right.
Well, Miss Marple. Miss Marple's a murderer. Wherever she goes there's a murder.
Yes.
There's always the quiet old lady in it. Oh, and there's an old lady. Stab.
I wonder if I could ever start
like Rose West, aren't you?
Or something like that, or Midsummer Murders, or there's lots of those ones, isn't there?
Rosemary in Time.
Bergerac.
Rosemary in Time. Bergerac. Down.
Yeah.
Sorry. I only watched that for the Jaguar because it's a lovely car. Yeah, the Jaguar, was that Morse? I can't remember now.
Morse was a Jag.
Did he have? What did Bergerac have? Didn't Bergerac have a Jag as well? Then?
No, I think that was a Triumph.
Thought so. Was it a Triumph? Was it? Yeah. Still a nice looking car. So it's just not really big enough for cars, is it? It's 5 miles and you cut at the end of the island. Tiny little place. I'd like to go. Has anyone been to the Channel Islands? I'd love to go there one day.
Well, I wouldn't know.
No, I'd like to. Classic series from the 80s, that was. Is he still around, John Nettles? Yeah.
As you can tell, it's getting a bit dark, so.
You want to go for walk, dear?
Yeah, we want to go.
Okay. Okay, I tell guys.
Right.
Chaps, I've got to shoot off now. I've got to do my evening walk. My son has just reminded me. So.
Oh, brilliant. All right, mate.
I'll speak to you all later. Sorry. Be sure to speak tonight. Yeah. Take care of yourselves.
Cheers,
I'll speak
mate.
to you all as soon as I can.
Bye, Al.
Yeah.
See you later, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Zero. It's going to look like this. That's the bottom of it. That's the chin. It's going to go on like that. Ooh, she's getting there, look. Certainly look more Ed 209y, the other little bit up on. Ed 209y. That's the word. Right, let's have a look at the instructions. Oh, doo-doo-doo-doo. It wants me, the instructions want me to put in a cylinder on here on the top from here, and then goes up, and then that cylinder is then meant to slot into there, I think. Or oh yes, from here. So a cylinder goes on here, and then it's supposed to slot into a hole here. Obviously, that's foam card, so I could cut that out. But there's no way that a paper cylinder glued to this is going to suffice as a decent enough pivot. Even if it was super accurate, there's no way that that would survive any amount of turns and placements. So I think I'm just going to use a cocktail stick, I think, or a bamboo skewer straight through, because that goes here, so that goes there, and that goes there, and I could just put a cocktail stick right the way through there, or from up and up, so it doesn't stick out here. But then I'll get the then I'll get the movement that I need.
Well,
Or at
that's
least
the top of the port wing done.
the sturdiness of it, at least.
Excuse me. Port wing's done, Malcolm.
Righto. Flying through it, buddy.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do any more now because all the other decals need 24 hours now for the set and solid set to cure off, don't they?
Yeah.
Pull them in, so.
Yeah.
Me done. I don't think there's any more at the moment I can do with it, build-wise.
Okie doke.
What's
next? What are you going to do next? What's on your list?
Well, I've got either that Tamiya 30-second Phantom, or a bit of armor to finish off.
Right. Okay.
And I think the Phantom is winning it because I've just realised, although I don't mind doing these little dragon kits, they've absolutely amazed me. They really have the detail and the aftermarket stuff you get with it.
Yeah.
But it's all individual bleeding track links, and I'm thinking that's good.
Ooh. Oh. That's going to be tricky.
Man's modelling, that's what that is.
Mains modelling.
Mains modelling.
I'll talk to old John about that.
Have you seen the comments, Malcolm?
No. Oh, no. I was going to go through the comments in a minute. Which one did you want to talk about, in particular?
I just thought what Thomas said. He's not a choir. He's just going out there to pinch everybody's pocket money.
Yes. Yeah. That's all. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot to put that up on screen.
Yes.
Right, gent. Take care of yourselves, and
Thanks,
hopefully catch you Wednesday.
Yes. Cool. All right. See you Wednesday afternoon or evening?
Yeah.
Evening.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Cheers out.
See you later, gents.
See you.
Cheers.
Cheers. See you.
Yeah. I went outside and pinched their pocket money. Good. Nina Cherry is releasing a single in honor of Keith's internet lag, and it's called 7 Seconds. Formula One pit crew is best for crew dioramas, planes, tanks, and such like. I guess they're just looking at the amount of people. I guess they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get them in good poses.
Yes, you do. Yes, that's right.
Mm.
All kind of busy doing stuff. Thomas says, I watched The Great Expectations, and it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. Oh, dear. It wasn't a very good, great expectation then. Was that Great Expectations? That's not murder mystery stuff, is it? Or is it?
No.
No, Charles Dickens.
No.
Yeah.
Right, precisely.
Yes. Wasn't that a TV show a long time ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Thomas saying that Bergerac drove a 1947 Triumph Roadster. And John Blake says, evening, lads. I have to say, Malcolm, that watching you make that paper model has put off even me trying to build one. Man, that's a lot of work. Yes, I'm glad I've inspired you to never touch a model made of paper. that was not my intention. But I will finish it, and I don't know what I'll do with it, but I will finish it, and I will say, ha, I did it. I don't know, then maybe take a week off. Well, it's going to take me a while, because, I mean, how many weeks have I been working on this thing? 4? Maybe more? I have to go and look
I've got a
through.
lunar lander if you want it.
Oh, it arrived, did it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hold on.
I have an SAS chip here if you want to do it, Malcolm.
Well, do a swap. do it like wife swap, model swap.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
There you go.
Oh, well, there you go. Hey, good for you. I see. Have you opened it yet?
Yes.
Go on. Let's see. It's going to be Strut City. You're not going to write an article on it, are you?
He's going to take a little while.
What, to even open it?
Yes.
Why? He's a bit nervous, perhaps.
There you go.
Oh, that's okay. Just one sheet? Oh, no. There we go.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. Okay. How many sheets? Sheet E. Yeah. Oh, so it's actually got the foil color printed on it. That's interesting.
Yep. Sheet
G. Okay. Not too bad. Whoa. Okay. Sheet I.
Oh.
Spare sheet.
And the instructions.
O sheet.
Yes, O sheet. There you go.
Well done, you.
In advance.
You're going to give it a go, though, eh?
Well, I thought it might be. Well, I thought if it would go Shavas or something, it might be something nice to do. You know, do a bit of work on that. Just as and when you feel like it, really.
Yeah. Well, it's the advantages of I've said before. The advantages are it's easy to carry about. It's
Sure.
cheap. You know, how much do you pay for the Apollo?
£7.
There you go. You know, so it doesn't take special tools. It doesn't take special glues. Just takes a special someone.
Sure.
Yeah. So good luck. Good luck to you. What did you do with your reheats? Have you done anything for them?
No, I've well, I think I'm going to strip them down.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give them a base of Alclad. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I used Citadel one of these, the lead belcher, the darker metallic, and it's just a bit.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have I want to figure out exactly what I'm going to do before I don't want to spray them and then have to strip them down again. So
okay.
But there's just not really much detail to work with, as you see. They're a bit plain. But,
yeah. It'll look good once you've done them. Thomas says, watching me making a paper model is like watching a bulldog eat custard. Did you not stop to think about doing an Ed 209 after he had been shot by Robocop? That's a good idea. That's why I like John Blake, because that's a great idea. I just need to make the legs and a bit of wire sticking out of the hips, and that's it, done.
It's good to have him go down just at the top of a flight of stairs, like in the film.
Yeah, that might happen, actually. Well, God, do you imagine that after 8 weeks of work and then having them up the top stairs? Go, right, guys, I'll track them down. Oh boy, no, I don't know. Don't know what I'm going to do with them. Probably sit in the bathroom with the other paper models, I expect. Oh yeah, Rolo chocolate wrappers glued on the gold parts. We'll knock it out of the park, Dave. Thomas says.
Yeah, well, as I said, I don't know when it's going to get done, but it's they do I was looking on the website. They do like the Apollo capsule and everything.
Yeah,
looks really good.
Yeah. Well, you light's wrong. I think you will do a very good job.
Well, we'll see.
I did hear back from my friend who does the bit of sign writing.
Oh right, what did he say about the gold?
Well, he gave me the link to the website for a company that does the sign writing bits and pieces, and they do the foil and they do the paint for the foil.
Right.
So it's pretty much a translucent paint. You just have to mix it to hit the color that you want. So it's sort of yellowy color, isn't it? It's a bronzy yellowy color.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're not going to want to buy a pot of sign writer's paint.
No, I guess. Well, I guess the foil you need is just basically gold foil, which, as we say, we can get out of sweet wrappers, and the aluminium. I don't know how well that'll be to paint the aluminium foil with another color.
Yeah,
it might be quite tricky.
Well, they actually do some foil tape which is not gold, and they say you need to lacquer it because it will tarnish otherwise.
Right, got you.
But they do some tape as well.
Oh. Well, we'll see if Dave gets.
But I'll stick the link to the company on the Facebook page.
Yes, Dave can have a look then. Yeah.
Dave can have a look at it.
Cheers, Keith. Yeah.
You know, it's quite interesting to see.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly. I mean, I'm watching the guys doing the sign writing stuff. Certainly an art form, isn't it?
Well, do you see? I think I posted up a few weeks back a guy doing freehand gold detailing on like a little kind of butler table with gold paint, and it's just unbelievable. Just how he gets the lines just perfectly straight. There's another guy. There's another video of a guy putting the pinstriping on the fuel tanks of Enfield motorbikes, and it's just incredible. He's obviously done it for years, but it's amazing to watch.
I'm going to say he sits there with a pile of tanks, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And a paintbrush.
Yeah. But just how he gets them parallel, aren't they? The two pinstripes, and they go right. You think it's a compound curve, isn't it? Practically right the way around the tank, and he gets them exactly where they should be.
That's just practice, I guess, huh?
Yeah, pretty well. You see, it's just total muscle memory when he's doing it. I mean, but to get to that stage, it's because you can't make mistakes. I mean, it's just that's that really.
Well, I wonder if he does make a mistake, which I'm sure he has done. Then what they do? They just have to remove the what is it? I guess he's not using an enamel paint, is he?
But it's like a lacquer, I would assume.
Yeah. So
it's enamel paints normally.
Is it?
Right.
They wipe it off with white spirit.
Right.
Yes, they would be able to remove it without damaging the black. I'm sure.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Wouldn't want to do it.
No. Not going to have a go on my car tomorrow.
Yeah.
Malcolm said I could remove this.
Two wavy red.
Yeah, you lied to me. You lied to me.
He said you'd do it. No problem. Be easy.
My neighbour, bless him, he's got a white it's a Peugeot van.
Yeah.
And he got this kind of go faster stripe set for it.
Oh wow.
And I came out, I just start whistling the music to the A-Team the moment I saw it.
Yeah.
I said, you need a sticker for the back window. No fools left in this van overnight.
You pity the fools.
Yeah. You know, you don't like it then. I said, if you like it, that's all that matters.
Do you get on with your neighbour?
Yes, yeah, I do, yeah.
Okay.
Up until then he did.
Yeah,
Up until then, yeah.
It's an expensive pinstripe kit.
I know there's the sign writer just down the road at Hollycombe.
Yeah.
Just down from the Steam Museum, there's a sign writer there, and he posts up quite regular when he's doing work.
Right.
And he was looking for somebody to take on as an apprentice.
Wow.
Because he wanted to retire, so he wanted to teach somebody the business.
Yeah.
But he does some marvelous work.
Awesome. Does he do the work?
No, he doesn't.
Oh.
One of their lads, one of the lads up there does quite a bit of it himself.
Right.
And that was the chap I asked about the materials.
Yeah.
But there's a lovely pinstriping wheel set you can get that will do a pinstripe wheel for you. You load it up with paint and you just roll it along and it does a pinstripe.
Well, like a roller.
Yeah, it's a paint roller. It's a little steel roller, and it just paints the little straight. It paints a straight line of a constant width. But lots of sign writers don't like them because they're too perfect, the lines.
Right. I need that handmade look. Thomas says he had a commission where they wanted the bass to sit on a Bossendorfer piano and have the same shellac as the Bossendorfer. Right. What's the shellac? So I rang the
It's a kind of varnish.
Okay. So I rang the piano company and they they put me onto their shellac guy. It's handmade and solid black. I had to French polish the wood and it took me 2 weeks of polishing to get it to look like glass. The shellac was nearly 70 quid a half litre. Blimey. Blimey. So yeah, I bet you learned a lot about varnishing wood then. Shellac. There you go. Never knew that word before. Sign writing used to be an army course. Oh, wow. Is that for stenciling and things like that, I guess? For marking?
No. Sign writing itself was a thing. Stenciling's one thing, but the sign writing itself is a completely different thing.
Yeah. No, I wonder why do you need to do sign writing in the army?
Oh, everybody's office door was sign written.
Ah, of course.
They used to sign right on the glass.
Yes, of course. I never got that far, unfortunately. Never had an office with a sign on it. Got a house with a number on it. Does that count?
Well, my father had two lorries that were going to the Bath and West show, and he'd had them specially sign written, and they had brand new lorries, and they were prepared and just been sign written. And he went home at night, and the night shift lads played hide and seek in and out the back of the lorries and climbed over the wet paint.
Blimey.
Dad went in the next morning, and he had a few words to say.
It says so.
Yeah.
And of course, he had to get the sign writer back out.
Yeah.
To repair the damage.
Yeah.
To get the vehicle, then he'd get the vehicles into the Bath and West show.
God. Did he identify the culprits?
Well, he knew who it was.
Right.
They suffered.
Did you see Thomas's comment there, Malcolm?
About the barracks?
No. Oh. I can see right up Dave's nostrils, and it's frightening.
Yeah.
Nothing to see up there.
Poor Dave's getting it now.
That's the trouble. I think, Dave, you can. Have you got a back camera on there on your phone?
I have, yeah, but the problem is if I do that, I can't see where it's in the holder. I can't see the front camera. I can't see the screen.
Gotcha. That's what Jamie did this evening. He had the back camera, I think,
right,
facing down, and then he was then looking at the back of the screen.
Yeah, I can't really do that with this phone holder, unfortunately.
That's right. It is what it is. But let me know if you're going to go to nose cam, and I can remove you.
Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. Yes. Very good.
If he sneezes, it'll be in screen.
Green screen. Yeah, the other thing about doing these paper models, you know how much time it takes to cut the blinking things out. You know,
do you use scissors or a scalpel, Malcolm?
I'm using a scalpel because I don't want to bend the paper
Sure.
as I'm going around. And then the straight parts are easy, you know, cut. But the little zigzags and things, I'm trying to be as accurate as I can be without losing my mind. It just takes a long time. Like that one part, you know, that's taken me a good 7 minutes just to cut that out. And obviously, if you're doing a plastic model, that's going to take you much less time. Never mind.
Quite a few of the model railway cardboard buildings are actually die cut. So they're die cut, and they've had the scoring pressed into them as well.
Yeah.
No, that's cheating.
So it does make them a lot easier to do.
Yes.
No, I can imagine with all the windows and things like that.
Yeah.
Because I used a years ago, and I did the Air Sea Rescue Sea King. I used a paper model of a hangar door, a hangar entrance.
I'm just going to mute my mic while I sharpen this.
Yeah. Yeah, carry on, Dave.
Yeah, I used it was like a, I can't remember the company, but it was just like a hangar door and a hangar entrance. But that was that I just downloaded that and printed it off myself.
Yeah.
But it worked pretty well. I mean, I weathered it a little bit, but it was pretty good as it was.
All these card models are quite clever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then some of them are absolute pigs to do.
But I suppose if you're doing an entire model railroad layout, it's a more cost-efficient way of doing it, isn't it?
Well, it's cheaper than kits, but I did quite a bit of scratch building of buildings for the model railway layout.
Right.
And I mean, I had to go up the town and look at the buildings, photograph them, paste them out, and then come back and then start building them.
Sure.
I was lucky with one. I was walking up and down outside his shop and cafe, and he asked what I was doing, so I explained, and he said, "Oh, so you want to see a picture of it in the 1950s, don't you?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "Come in, have a cup of coffee, sit down." And he put down a couple of lovely photographs and just left me there. And I was able to sit down with the photographs, do some drawings, count the number of bricks up and down and across. And, you know, it helped no end when you were trying to build this building.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas says your nostrils reminded him of the Channel Tunnel.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. He knows what he's on about.
He does know, yes.
Knows what he's on
Yes,
about.
knows, yeah. Yeah.
Something to be sneezed at.
Oh. No, can't think of any. Let me just Google nose puns. No, just not quick enough. Not quick off the mark. I'm still trying to think of a tree one from this afternoon.
I wouldn't worry about it.
No. Tell you what, though, that means it's time for some more bad jokes. It's that time again.
That's the time.
Here we
That's
go.
up to date.
Okay. No. Why did the cross-eyed teacher lose her job? Because she couldn't control her pupils. Oh, these were good. What did the monkey say when he caught his tail in a revolving door? It won't be long now. This is just stupid. What do you call a guy with a rubber toe?
Roberto.
Yes. That's like the one, isn't it? What do you call a guy with a spade on his head?
Doug.
What do you call a guy without a spade on his head?
Douglas.
What do you call a man with a seagull on his head?
Cliff. What do you call a man with a rabbit up his bum? Warren.
Warren.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's good. I like that. My neighbour's called Warren. I have to tell him that. Oh, that's a good one. You get these bad dad jokes. They're rubbish. So, did you hear about no? Oh, this one's good. How does a lion like his meat?
Don't know.
Raw.
Roar. Keith said that like really cross.
Yep.
Really cross with the answer to that one.
Raw.
Okay, no more. I peaked too soon. Funny stuff. I tell you that we watched. Have you guys seen the Gone Wrong show on telly before?
No.
No. So the Gone Wrong show is it's the premise is that it's Amdram group, and everything goes wrong in their show basically, and they have prop failures and script errors and all that sort of thing. And it's very funny because there's lots of slapstick in it, which you don't get these days. Don't get enough slapstick. But it's worth watching if you've got iPlayer, BBC iPlayer. It's still on there, and so they've done a series of 6 different plays, and yeah, you should really ever watch. I watched one that I haven't belly laughed like that for a very long time. It was one where it's a courtroom drama, and it's called A Trial to Watch. Just gives you an idea how bad it's going to be. The Trial to Watch, and they said, the guy says at the beginning, he says, "Oh, this is a famous play we're going to do." He says, "We have had one small problem in that the set makers and the model makers have got their centimeters and inches the wrong way around, but you will barely notice." Anyway, so it starts off, and the courtroom they've made is about half the size it should be, so they all have to squeeze in and everything. And there's another bit where they're in a room, and the door to the room is as big as their head, so they literally can only put their head in. It's very well made and very well done. There's also one. It's called it's called the Gone Wrong Show.
Okay.
Yeah. And it will make you chuckle. It's been well put together. There's another one where they had. Oh no, this is the same one. Trial to Watch. So yeah, they had those different sets that kind of come in from the sides,
and they keep getting them mixed up, so the wrong side is the wrong set, but they still have to carry on doing the acting. You know, show must go on, sort of thing. So it's very funny watching them react to these things that go awry. All scripted, of course, but very funny. We had tickets, Caroline and I, to go see the Magicians show of the Gone Wrong show. Unfortunately, coronavirus put a spanner in that work. Speaking of which, Hamilton is coming up on the 3rd of July on Disney Plus. It's another thing I'm looking forward to. Oh, it's a fiddly bit. Thomas has got one. What do you call a man? Oh dear. What do you call a man with a crane on his head? And the answer to that one is dead.
Dead.
Dead. You got a big crane on your head. Two fish and a tank. One says, "Who's driving this thing?" Two fish and tank. One says to the other, "Who's driving?" Yeah, I see. Gotcha. Oh, right, yeah. Goes Wrong show. Peter Pan is amazing. Yes, I think that was the one they first did, like a year before they got the series, the Peter Pan one. But the props in it are so good. Because if you remember that one, Thomas, do you remember they had the bunk beds and the bunk beds collapsed? There was 3, and they collapsed with them still in it. So they had to make the bunk beds be able to be collapsible, but obviously not to kill the actors. So the props, even though they go wrong, have to be incredibly good and incredibly well made to go wrong at the right moment.
And in the right way.
And then in the right way. Yeah, that's right. On cue. Not to kill anyone. Not to cause anyone any injuries. Yeah. Yeah, all West End shows are cancelled. That's right. They are. Yep. I'm keeping you up, Dave.
Sorry, mate.
You're keeping you up.
I've done about all I can for tonight.
Is it the undercarriage you've done?
Yeah. But it's took quite a bit of fettling to go into place and
Gosh.
get rid of the seam lines there and all along there.
Yeah.
Got there in the end. I'm just worried that this isn't going to be substantial enough to take the weight of the plane. That's the only problem.
Well, is there? What's the space inside? I mean, is there much of a hole for that to go into?
There's a reasonable amount. Yeah, I just think that a model this size really needs like the Trumpeter MiG-23 I did. There was like a metal kind of frame that went inside the plastic parts.
Right.
And that just gave it enough, strength. I mean, hopefully it'll be okay, but I'm just, it's not the most sturdy construction, shall we say.
Yeah. Can you get metal parts for it if you had to?
You probably can. I mean, if worse comes to worse, that's what I'll have to do. But, as I said, I'm trying to do as much of this out of the box as I can. But
yeah. Does it call for much nose weight?
It may well be fine, but it just experience. They don't feel quite. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just.
Yeah.
with the metal ones, they've just got that much more rigidity to them. But there
Yeah,
we go.
I would be worried about that axle. You know,
Yeah,
with the
I
wheels.
mean that's what's
push,
gonna be holding it up. But we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
That's all you can do.
Yeah. We
Well,
will see.
that's what I ended up doing with my Typhoon when I built that, the 1/24th one.
Yeah.
I actually drilled the undercarriage and reinforced it with welding rods.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You do that.
Just happened to have a good supply at home.
Yeah. You got your welding rods to hand, Keith? Dave?
No, can't say I have.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, as I said, if worse comes, I'm sure someone does a white metal set of undercarriage legs.
Yeah. It's a shame that you might have to do it. I mean, it's always the same with undercarriage, though, isn't it? On all aircraft, even if it is a heavy one, it's never going to stand the test of time.
No, I mean,
Plastic. It's not designed to carry the weight, is it?
well, it's like the Airfix Mosquito. It's almost basically essential that you get the white metal undercarriage legs. The kit, just the styrene just isn't strong enough to support the weight of them.
Yeah.
I know several people that have built it and just had to do that, you know. Or it's,
Yeah.
as you say, it's okay initially, but then after a while. Well, I remember just before I sold that MiG-21, one of the rear legs broke. That had to be super glued back in place.
Yeah, and that hasn't done many rounds, had it? It's been sat there.
Yeah.
Perfect timing,
So, yeah.
of course.
I mean, hopefully it won't be the case, but if it is, it'll just
I mean, when you transport models like that, you've got to arrange them so they're not standing on their undercarriage.
Yeah, that was the issue with the MiG when I moved it. I think it was bringing it back from Telford. What it had shifted slightly in the case, and it was pressing down on one of the legs, and that's what did the damage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's always the first job, isn't it? Once you sat down and you got your tanks out and your aircraft out and your ships out, all on the benches, then you got to get the super glue out and repair everything.
So it always amazes me at Telford the number of times I've been putting, say, someone in the competition area, and if you're a god if you've got a tube of super glue, I tell you.
Should sell it.
Yeah, I should do. But I think it was 2013. About 4 guys. It sort of word went around the competition area that I had some super glue. So all these Italian guys trying to borrow my super glue.
God, yeah, 10p a squeeze.
Yeah.
Don't know how much the squeeze goes for these days. Probably more than 10p. I was going to say, that's the same kind of thing happens when we take the Falcon to shows. We put the Millennium Falcon down, and the first thing is like, oh God, who's got the tools to open the thing up to change the batteries?
Who's got the Allen keys?
Yeah, who's got the right Allen
I'll make
keys?
sure the Allen keys are in the van now.
Yeah, it has its own blooming toolkit, doesn't it?
I remember. Was it Telford last year when there's a guy came up, says, "Oh, I've just got this kit, and I've just got the photo etch detail set for it. It was $1,000."
Yes, it was.
And there was a moment I looked at him and I looked at his wife, and she said, "No, it's fine." I'm like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, we did. We had some chairs that she could sit down on if need be.
Yeah, $1,000 for the photo.
I mean, the kit's not far off that, is it?
No, probably the best part of 2000. Yeah, probably about $1,800.
Yes, I would have thought so. Good Lord. Well, each their own. Crikey.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna. It's not going to be done in a weekend, is it? Put it that way.
No, it's not, and I guess also it's not going to kill. He might sell it for some, but he certainly won't sell it for the amount that he spent on it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to do with our Falcon at the moment. Whether to keep it for another season or sell it on. I don't know.
Or the Models for Heroes one.
Yeah. She's just kind of sat there under a tarp.
Right.
But you do need a good sized model, don't you, to draw
Yeah, we do.
people to you.
I've got a couple of people building models currently to sort of replace it, just because the table will be quite stagnant. But Malcolm Linton Ortiz has built a starfighter that we had donated as part of his hobby. He built that up for us, which is on a nice stand that he made. It's all wheels up. Starfighter with wheels up. Looks nice.
Yeah.
Rob Tonks is going to build a tank for us as well with the Terminator TES. Is it Terminator? No, it's Challenger TES, the new one. Got that going to come in. But yeah, all sorts of different people building stuff. So yeah, I mean, if we can find something as big as that Falcon to display, that'd be great.
Yeah.
It's something that's recognizable by the British public.
Yeah.
Thomas, we were talking about the props and the bed. Well, you guys haven't seen it in the Peter Pan thing where the bed collapses. This is the bed gag had more testing and safety certifications than a lift. Yeah, I imagine it did. Yes, I expect it was well tested. He says the stunt crew and the effects crew are the best in the business. And the quick release clamp on the rigging for the stuff falling were reconditioned Lancaster bomber release rigs for dropping bombs. The design has not changed in years and still being used. Hey. Yeah, Thomas's Thunderchild as well. That's going to be center stage too, of course. Of course. Yes. I keep forgetting that. That's going to be really good. He's going to have to give me a give me a course on how to unpack and repack it and everything else.
Right, I'm going to finish up for today, I think.
All right, buddy. Yeah, I think I will shortly try and get this done.
Yeah. So I'll see you on Wednesday.
Yes. Take care, Dave.
See you. Bye-bye.
Okay, Dave.
Bye, mate. Yeah, that Thunderchild's probably going to be longer than the Falcon is, I think. It was difficult getting it around, wasn't it, Keith, until we had the crate made for it.
Yes, that box made it a lot easier to maneuver about.
Yeah. It was, yeah. Usually it has to be the last thing to go in and the first thing to come out, otherwise, isn't it? Because you used to have to sit on top of everything. Good times, Keith. Good times.
Yes.
Where do you store it all, Malcolm?
Models for Heroes rents my garage for £1 a year, because that's the going rate. And we have a storage container that we rent, which is not at all far from here. And that's where all the kits that we get in that are going to just be stored for a little while. And then all the tools and things like that are here. But some of the larger kits the bulkier stuff is up at the storage container, but the Falcon is in my garage. Just because we take it in and out of shows, so when we were doing that, all the show stuff would be in my garage. It's just easier before you go. Make sure you've got everything before you go. Don't have to go to a container. Yeah. A bit of a mess at the moment. It was tidied up a couple of weeks ago, but we've had a few more deliveries and a few more sending outs, so it all gets a bit messed up then, which is naughty of me because I should take very good care of it all. But I've been buying sort of drawers and chest of drawers and things like that off FaceBay, what do we call it, the marketplace thing, just cheap, just for having a garage. Then I can fill one drawer full of clippers, one drawer full of cut mats, and that sort of thing. It doesn't look pretty, but it's I know where everything is. So if I fall under a bus, it's still got to be found. Yeah, so I'm going to be. Oh wow, okay. So the Thunderchild is 120 centimeters long. Oi, okay.
That's big.
It's going to be a big boy, and it'll have a case for it with instructions. Brilliant! I can't wait. Cannot wait. I should put the book with it as well.
We could always play the song.
Yeah. Yes. You press a button and the song starts. Oops! Realised I had my hand in front of my work. Sorry.
Because I'd better get ready because I'm off to Kent tomorrow.
Are you?
Yes.
Whose boiler are you trying to break then?
I think it's a large number of air brake cylinders to look at.
Oh wow!
On some railway engines.
Gosh. Whereabouts in Kent are you going?
It's near Dover.
Okay, all right.
It's fairly well into.
Yeah, deepest to darkest Kent. Dover's a strange place, I found. When I went to that 24-hour Airfix build thing, Models for Heroes.
Yeah.
We had so the nearest and cheapest hotel I could find the night before was a hotel in Dover. I'd never been to Dover before. Is it Dover or Felixstowe? One of them. One of the ports. And the whole road system around the harbour there is really strange. So kind of loops and
there's lots of signs telling you to drive on the left as well.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Because it was scary because people would come out of a garage and suddenly start driving on the right-hand side of the road.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Well, it's the same when you come out of the channel, isn't it? The other side.
Yeah.
I've gone round.
But I mean, I used to be berthed under the cliffs opposite the old motor torpedo boat pens. next to one of the ferries, but we drive past the hovercraft to get to our berth.
Right. So you know it well then.
I used to, but it's changed a lot now, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
But they had a lovely pumping station in Dover, which pumped the drinking water, and it was a triple expansion.
I don't know what that means.
It's a big 3-cylinder steam engine. If we take you down to Twyford one day, you can have a look at the one down there.
Oh, lovely. Was that the one at? Is there one at the Brickworks in Bursleden?
No, they haven't got one down there. They've got a couple of smaller engines down there.
Right, right. Yeah, I've never been to the one in Twyford. We should go. Family trip, Keith.
Yes, it's quite an interesting little place.
Yep. Well, I'll let my kids be the judge of that.
If you go on an open day, you can get nice cake and a good cup of tea.
Yeah, I'm there already. You had me at cake.
But I get into trouble because they won't sell me cake and chocolates and things like that.
They never do they? Have they had
normally because Caroline's at the counter.
Ah, I see. Blimey. Love it. Right. I'm going to call it a day or a night.
Right.
I've got that annoying bit
A night.
together. That was a nightmare. There's all these pieces here are just so tricky to get together. And when you do get them together, then you have to glue them. And then you've got to try and get the masking tape on them while the glue dries. And as you're folding everything around, everything is in its way and your hands are in the way. It's a good job I don't have to make two of these. Oh, no, wait, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've done quite well tonight.
Yep.
He's coming on quite with the camera up a little bit and try and get into it's over that way, isn't it? Over there.
Yeah. Nice and close.
There we are.
Hey, look at that nose. That's a Tony Robinson nose, if ever I saw one.
Yeah, I've got some colour on his scarf, some colours on his clothes and jackets, and now I've just got to start doing highlights, slow lights, and tone the scarf down so it looks grubby and old.
Yes.
And make the face look alive.
So from that episode that's the World War One, isn't it? Is it that?
Yes.
Is he's quite grotty, isn't he, and grubby in those ones?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that'd be fun. How about you, Gary?
Well, they were in the trenches, weren't they?
Yes, that's right. How you getting on with your pink sweets?
Not too bad. I'm going to try that black wash over tomorrow to see can I pull out some of the detail in it.
That's a good idea, isn't it? That's a really good idea.
I'm going to try that tomorrow.
Cool. Okay. So it hasn't beaten you then?
No. I keep going on. With them, so I do.
Yeah, you just got to push through. You know?
Yeah.
You'll learn much more if you carry on than if you just stopped.
You can't have a good kit all the time.
No. And then you have to have the bad kits to know what the good kits are.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yep. If you always build easy kits all the time, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, I got this here today in the post, mate.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Is that a Bren gun?
Yeah.
Huh?
Resin.
God. It looks great, buddy.
Yeah, that's going to be one of my next ones once I finish off the 3 Pink Panthers. That's what I'm going to be doing next.
Right, great.
I'm going to take a leaf out of Keith's book there, do a vehicle, do a figure, mix it up a wee bit, try something different every time.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what we all recommend. Dave does the same thing. Keith's working on all sorts of different things all the time. I agree. I think it's always
you can rest from something like that and then come back to it a bit later.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So
And you can work on something a bit and then go back to it. And it just helps sometimes, I find.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a few that go to the bin.
Yeah, it does happen.
I done enough of that last week.
Oh, Thomas says he'd like to go to a show one day, if you can bear it. I imagine the Peterborough one or the Shuttleworth collection will be closest when that happens next year. That'd be good. And be most welcome, Thomas, to come and sit with us at a show. That's how we work. If you go to a model show and there's Models for Heroes table there, you are most welcome to sit behind that table. Put something on the table as well, and you've got some like-minded folk to sit with, especially if you're finding it overbearing, when your anxiety is kicking in because there's so many people. The chair is always yours. That's what we say at Telford, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And we get comfy chairs at Telford too.
Yeah. And you come and join us at a show, and then you can wander off, have a look round, and come back again.
Yeah, use this as a base. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an expansion engine on the Thunderchild.
There's a what?
An expansion engine on the Thunderchild, Thomas says.
Yes. All those early ships were reciprocating.
Okay. Not sure what that means. Baldric looks awesome, Thomas says. Yeah, he does. You can definitely see that's his nose. When you held it up and in profile, you can definitely tell that's his face.
Yeah.
And
that's only one coat of flesh. There'll be several more going on top of that.
Yeah. But just his profile just looks good, And Thomas says,
it's beautifully molded.
Well, good. I look forward to seeing that. Have you done, Gary? Have you done any figures before, resin figures before?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I've done a couple of. Yeah. Sometimes you use oil. Yeah.
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 Fantastic.
I've done a couple of World War I busts and figures as well.
Yeah. Cool. Well, there you are. You better teach us something.
Hopefully.
Well, one day I'll get back to doing my my Maximus from Gladiator. He's still sat over there, ready to go. Well, maybe when I finish this Head 209, I'll start back on that. No.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I will. I've got the District 9 diorama to do still too, so nice to get it out of the way. It's sat on the shelf, and the cat keeps walking all over it. So to get rid of it. Right, I'm off.
Okay. Anyway,
be good, everybody.
I'm off. I'll see you.
See you Wednesday.
Welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye, Gary. Bye, Keith.